Gosh, this top looks worse on camera than it does on. Hello, it is the 19th of August. What I do know is we are 18 days out today. Thank you to Jordan for sponsoring today's mile. We're honoring Grandma Berg, so thank you, Jordan, for doing that. We have 18 days left to the 2019 Komen 3-day walk. Starting to get a little worried there. I did learn through the grapevine that we're going to be going through the Newton-Brighton area on Saturday. So there'll be a lot of areas in that area to do stalker walking and cheer stations. And if you're interested in getting out there and, God, those lines on my glasses really are horrible. And getting out there and cheering, it to say that it means something doesn't even scratch the surface. When I did the 16-mile walk on Saturday, I had one earbud in at all times, listening to some of the tunes that they pump during the walk. And let me tell you, every time I would be like, I can't do this anymore. Up would pop a tune that there's no way in the world, if you're a child of the 80s, you can sit down to. Walk This Way, for example. You try to sit down to that. I dare you. Yeah, all you people from Framingham North, you're laughing because you know that's an impossible song to sit down to. But again, 18 days out, looking forward to it, hoping to, maybe see y'all on the route, hoping that maybe you'll start supporting the 2020 walk. My nose has been itching all night. Let me share about how what you do today can affect you 10 years plus into the future. And I'm going to go bounce off of today's sponsor, Jordan. When I was at American University, where I went to college, I was like, why are they throwing all the eggs out from the food halls, for example? And it was a contract issue. And what I did was I had found this relatively new nonprofit called DC Central Kitchen, and introduced them to American and to Marriott Food Services, who was the food services people on campus at the time, and basically said, make good. And the three of them did their little thing, and all of a sudden all the eggs, for example, that they didn't serve for breakfast, instead of being scooped out and thrown out because they can't reserve it, they were putting them in trays, and the trays were being picked up and brought to soup kitchens and homeless shelters and things of that nature. 20 years down the road, meet Jordan. And we're talking, and he asked me, name the one thing, you're proudest of, and it can't be your kids or your marriage or your education. And before I could say a word, Hugh blurts out, DC Central Kitchen. Now, I know that Jordan had gone to American about 10 years after I had. And he's, well, what about DC Central Kitchen? I said, well, it's probably, the relationship was probably gone by the time you left. And I told him what I had done. And he very profoundly looks down at me and goes, that was you! Because here's the thing. It affected him. He then became one of the people who was scooping out the eggs to give to DC Central Kitchen so that they could serve it to needy people. He worked with them. From what I understand, there was a strong camaraderie that built up with internships and the like between the school and DC Central Kitchen. So my little idea of why are you throwing the eggs out turned into something more, which is fantastic. And you find out 10, 15, 20 years down the road, it was because you did X that Y happened. Well, if you can find it in your heart to do X, commit to financially supporting us in the 2020 walk, maybe you'll find out, 10 years down the road, oh, hello, person, whoever you are, I can't see. Ah, it's Joanne. That's my team captain.
Hi, Joanne.
Carly's in the background saying, hi, Joanne. Carly's watching the Jonas Brothers television show. She's kind of dealing with reminiscing and dealing with, coming down from seeing the concert. But no, in all seriousness, if you find out that because your 15, 20, whatever it is, dollars you gave to help support the 2020 walk, you could find out 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, it was because you gave that $10, $15, whatever, that now all of a sudden they have this new innovative treatment that they wouldn't have had but for the fact that you and people like you were able to give $5, $10, $15, $25, what have you. And we're willing to go to their HR department with that matching contribution form and have that contribution doubled. So if you can commit now to 2020, that would be great. Really need to ramp up that fundraising. We're literally a year out, and I literally have to raise just about twice as much money as I did last year. And unless I raise let's put it this way, the sooner I can raise the $2,300 to make sure I walk, the sooner we can start raising Carly's $2,300 to ensure that she walks, because she can't walk if I don't walk, and I'm pointing in that direction because she's off camera in that direction. But again, we're 18 days out from the walk. I'm really looking forward to it. I was kind of disappointed in my training this weekend, but everybody's been telling me, get over it. Even Hugh's been kicking me in the rump saying, get over it. You psyched yourself out. And again, really, you know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm really looking forward to finding out the route so that I could say, here we're going to be. Come, throw grapes at me. Nice, hard, they gave him out, the hard frozen grapes because, when you need something. So, Carly's like off screen, just like rolling her eyes at me. But in all seriousness, looking forward to the route. Hope you sent in some cards. I know I had given out the address, and, if people were asking about who to send cards out to, I gave some names out. So I'm hoping you guys sent out cards. Really just looking forward to showing y'all what this was all about. I know I shared videos from Twin Cities. They just wrapped up Twin Cities yesterday. So Boston is next on deck in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Saturday, so we're really coming in on the home stretch. But again, I'm going to leave you with this. You never know today what your $10 today did and how your $10 made such a difference until maybe 20 years from now, sort of like what happened with Jordan and I in college. So please commit today to help do that. Until then, have a great night, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.